What's going on, guys? We're doing a new alumni team video today. This is actually one a lot of people have been asking for. We're doing the Barrie Colts. As you can see there, 80 overall rated team. So they're actually 4 higher than Erie Otters, then 1 higher than both Michigan and North Dakota. Now, all 3 of those teams did not make the playoffs. I'm hoping we can kind of keep this playoff streak going here. Obviously, the U.S. Development Program team was so stacked. They won the Stanley Cup. Don't feel like this team's going to the Cup or anything, but if they could make the playoffs, that'd be pretty awesome. I'm here, guys, to give you a bigger look at the logo. So it's just the Kansas City Maverick logo with the Barrie Colts colors. Honestly, though, it looks pretty similar to the real-life Barrie Colts logo. I think it turned out pretty well. Like, I think they could honestly use it if it wasn't already being used by an ECHL team. Also, show you guys the jerseys really quick. Didn't spend too long on them. The home, though, I think actually looks pretty nice. And then away there is just alright. And for the franchise sim, guys, we're going to be subbing out the Ottawa Senators, as Barrie's actually about an hour away from Toronto, and Ottawa's the lowest rated team in the East, so just to make it more fair. They definitely should be in the Atlantic, though, opposed to the Metro. So, top players that you can see, Mark Scheifele, Alex Pietrangelo, and Aaron Ekblad. So, we do have some pretty good players on the team, also a good amount of depth. I'm just wondering if we might not have enough superstars. I feel like this team could at least, though, contend for that wild card. Now, having said that, as you can see there, the Barrie Colts are actually the lowest rated team in the Atlantic Division, but I'm still holding out hope they can somehow find a way in. And as always, guys, these are the most authentic settings. So skills superstar, period length 20 minutes, game style full sim, but injuries are off. And next year, guys, I'll give you a look at the team. As you can see there, team status is rebuilder, but I do have high hopes for them. I feel like Scheifele hopefully can carry the offense. Pietrangelo and Ekblad can carry the defense. So first line here, you got Kevin LeBlanc, Scheifele, and Svechnikov. Obviously, Svechnikov drafted 2nd overall last year. Hoping if he plays on the first line, he can grow a ton, as he does have that medium potential. With Scheifele being his center, I feel like that is a possibility. Also, too, I noticed both the wingers on the first line are playing on their offhand. LeBlanc, their right hand on the left side, Svechnikov left on the right side, so hopefully that works out. Second line here, you got Perlini, Little, and Athanasiou. One thing that's kind of funny, Athanasiou is playing second line for this team. When I did the London Knights alumni team last year, Athanasiou was actually a scratch. That's how good that forward group was. So hopefully, though, he can grow. He does have medium top 6. Same with Perlini. So there's a lot of growth that could be had in this team if they're playing well. Third line here, you got Clifford, Strome, and Pearson. And then fourth line here isn't too great, but it is the fourth line. Not too big a deal either. It's Lemieux, Manjapane. I hope that's how you say his name. Honestly, I have no idea. And Archibald. Now, Manjapane is normally a winger, but he's got 70 faceoffs. We needed someone to play center, so hopefully he does all right there. Moving on to defense now. Ekblad, Pietrangelo, one of the better top pairs in the league, I think. Girardi and Brody on the second pair is not too bad. And then Harper and Anderson there on the bottom pair. They're not the highest rated, but Anderson's got medium top 4. Harper's got medium top 6, so they could also grow if they play well. Goalies here, Hutchinson's our starter. So at least we have an 80 starting goaltender. It sucks when you have like a 75 or whatever. And then Blackwood there backing him up to 71. Special teams here, I'll give you guys a quick look. The first power play is honestly pretty solid, especially too, if Svechnikov grows. I could see him being like 85 at the end of the year, which we kind of need him to be if this team's going to make the playoffs. Even the second unit's not too bad. Quick look there, 4-man, penalty kill. I think I'm actually using Athanasiou and Little on every single special team unit, so hopefully that's okay. Obviously, Little's just got good defensive stats. Athanasiou has that speed. So we can start with the sim here. Hopefully this team can play well. Also, I'll show you guys what the offense, defense, and goaltending ratings are real quick. So right there, Scheifele back in his Barrie Colts jersey, at least our version of it. So we got 88 offense, 92 defense, and 83 goaltending. I feel like as long as Hutchinson can play okay, this team has a chance. Let's go find out. Alright, guys, we're at the trade deadline here. As you can see there, team's doing pretty average. Probably not good enough for a playoff spot, though. 28, 27, and 7 record. I mean, if they go on a run here for the last, month and a half, maybe they can push in. So right now, they're not last in the division, which is good. That's usually the case with these teams, the junior alumni at least. So 63 points there. We're 7 back of Florida. They do have 2 games in hand on us, but like it's not completely out of the question. The Metro, we're actually only 5 back of Pittsburgh. So we do have a chance, like I was saying. Obviously, we're going to have to play very, very well here, though, at the end of the season. Scheifele there is doing his part for sure. 59 points there in 62 games, so let's see what happens the last month and a half. And I just finished saying the end of the season. Unfortunately, did not have that amazing run I was hoping for. Finished there with actually a negative record, 35, 38, and 9. Still, though, 79 points isn't too bad. We shouldn't be at least last. Let's see here. So, yeah, we're not even last in the division. Beat out Buffalo, actually, by 2. Detroit only beat us there by 1. And Scheifele here actually finished with 74 points in 82 games, which is pretty solid too, especially when you consider his supporting cast. Like, he was the only forward on the team above 81 overall, at least at the start of it. I'm sure some guys went up a lot. Little there, great season for him, 62 points. He definitely overperformed. Svechnikov there, 57. Still an 81. That's really surprising. Petrangelo put up 50 for us. Perlini 44, now an 82. Athanasiou 42, didn't grow. So I mean, Ekblad 35, so not too bad. Definitely, I'm surprised Svechnikov didn't grow at all. Like, he was an 81, and he put up 57 points in his rookie year. I feel like that's definitely worthy of some in-season growth. Let's see the goalies here. So Hutchinson played most of the games, obviously. 30, 28, and 8. So technically a winning record if you count the OT losses as ties, but I don't know. 5 shutouts, .9 save percentage, 2.86 goals against. Blackwood, obviously, only a 71. His stats aren't the greatest. 5, 11, and 1 there. Pretty rough save percentage and goals against, but kind of what we expected, of course, with him being a lower rated backup. I'll check here to see where Scheifele finished the entire league. So Tarasenko led in points. Wasn't quite on the first page. I mean, he wasn't too far off, like I said. Considering the fact, like, he was pretty much doing it alone on the offense, it's not too bad. So we'll see here, too, where he finished in these standings. Second last in the division. I'm hoping, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. Hopefully, like, we're not too low. It kind of sucks that at the deadline it looked like we might have a shot, but unfortunately, kind of blew it. And I just noticed Columbus here made the playoffs, ranked 19th in the league, so good for them. And so we finished 27th there, beating only Buffalo, Vancouver, Colorado, and Arizona. So it is a little bit better than the 3 other teams I mentioned, which makes sense. We are 1 overall higher. Unfortunately, what did we end up being? Like, so Columbus made it as a wild card. The East was much worse than the West. Geez, so we actually did have a chance. We missed the playoffs there by 6 points, 3 wins. Kind of crazy that 27 is only 3 wins out of the playoffs. And speaking of the playoffs, I'm going to sim those right now. We'll see who won the Stanley Cup and all the rest of the awards. And the draft results just came in, guys. As you can see there, Colorado picking first overall. Luckily, though, it's not our draft pick. Ours there is picking 6th. So I think the one time we like missed the playoffs, and then the pick we traded when we were like taking over for Ottawa, of course, won the draft. So we're at the end of the season now. Should be able to see all of the awards. Still kind of sucks too. Like, I don't know. I thought this team maybe had a shot at the playoffs. Just looked like that, you know, last month and a half wasn't good. Pittsburgh there actually won the Stanley Cup, and that was the team we were actually trailing at the deadline, only a few wins back. So I'll take a quick look at the playoff tree as well, see what happened there. So Penguins beat the Capitals best of 7, and the Panthers, Canadians best of 7. That's kind of surprising. And the Ducks there, another best of 7, and a Stanley Cup final. Ducks there went through the Flames, Stars, and Preds. Actually swept the Preds there in the conference final. So take a look at the awards now. Maybe we can win some award. I think sometimes we get like the Bill Masterson. So Pittsburgh there, Stanley Cup, San Jose, President's Trophy. Totally forgot to actually look who won the Presidents. I just started scrolling through for us. Anaheim, Pittsburgh there for Clarence Campbell and Prince of Wales. Tarasenko, Art Ross. But Kuznetsov there gets the Hart. Hedman there with the James Norris. Kuznetsov also got Lady Byng. Peterson got the Calder. I thought maybe Svechnikov could have got it if Peterson had a down year, but he starts out like 86 overall in the Sims, so it's kind of hard to beat him. Conn Smythe goes to Crosby. I think he's won a couple of those already. Price gets the Vezina there, so he's returned to form. Rene, William M. Jennings. Jarmelson, Bill Masterson, so we didn't even get that. Pavelski there with the Selke. Kuznetsov, Ted Lindsay. And then Ovi there with Maurice Richard. So unfortunately, not taking home any hardware this year, but I'm going to see if some of our players grew. It looks like Scheifele's actually now a 90. I believe he was an 89, so let's check that. Hopefully, you know, this team at least had some growth. Petrangelo is also now a 90. I'm not sure if he already was or if he was an 89. I feel like he was an 89, so I think him and Scheifele both went up by 1. Ekblad went from 86 to 89, so he grew quite a bit. Little there, I think, is up 1. Athanasiou's up 1. Same with Perlini, Svechnikov. I feel like Svechnikov would probably be 84 at least by the start of next year. Pearson there's up 1. Same with Strome, Clifford, Anderson. So Magnapane, or how you say that guy's name, is a 77 now, which is good. So the team overall did get some growth. Unfortunately, I think even with that growth, we should probably still miss the playoffs next year. Hutchinson obviously didn't grow. He's like 28 or whatever. So Barrie Colts kind of did as I expected. They were an average team. Possibly could have made the playoffs if like every single thing went right. Unfortunately, it was a good year for them, but not a great year, which I think is what we needed to make the playoffs. But that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Thank you as always for watching. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.